Welcome to your nervous system. Think of it as two main parts: the central nervous system, which is the brain and spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system, which is all the nerves connecting, running for your body. One collects information, one processes it, and one sends instructions. Together they make sure you survive, function, and occasionally make questionable decisions. Turning our attention to the brain, the outer level, which is the wrinkly layer, is called the cerebral cortex. It's divided into 4 lobes, and each one has its own specialty. Let's start with the frontal lobe. Now, it's the biggest lobe because it's responsible for the most and the more important higher level functions. It's your brain's CEO. It's responsible for planning, organizing, problem solving, impulse control, reasoning, voluntary movement. Basically, it helps you think before you act, or at least it tries. Now, next is the parietal lobe. This one processes touch, pressure, temperature, pain, and body position. It helps you know where your body is in space. If you close your eyes and touch your nose and don't miss, think your lobe here. Now, the temporal lobe handles hearing. It helps with language comprehension and important parts of memory. It helps you understand spoken words, recognizes sounds, and stores experiences. Now, finally, is the occipital lobe, which is in charge of vision. Quick clinical fun fact: so in ADHD, you could see differences in brain networks involving attention and emotional regulation. Some studies find slightly smaller average volume in areas like the amygdala, which help process emotions. So it explains why people with ADHD struggle more with emotional regulation and staying focused. They have a completely different brain wiring style. It's not just like a lack of intelligence. Now, not only does the brain have 4 lobes, it's divided in half, and the structure holding the 2 lobes together is called the corpus callosum. It's the brain bridge. So the curved structure here connects the left and right hemisphere so they can share information. It's like a massive data cable. And the structure of the brain doesn't stop there. There are even different parts called cortexes that specialize in different jobs. So sensory areas process what you see, hear, and feel. Motor areas send commands to your muscles so you can move. Every action you take starts with sensory input and ends with motor output. Now let's zoom into the brain. We can find the star of the show called the neuron. So it's made of several parts called the dendrite, cell body, and axon. Dendrites are those outreaching branches that receive incoming messages. The cell body processes and integrates those messages, and the axon sends the signal out to the next cell. So they communicate at tiny gaps called synapses using chemical messengers called neurotransmitters. And your brain isn't static, it's constantly growing and changing. So the dendrites are always growing with new information and experiences. So dendrite growth and the formation of new synapses called synaptogenesis are dynamic and experience-dependent processes. When you learn something new or practice a new skill or repeat behaviors, neuron branches can grow and form new connections. More connections means stronger communication between brain cells, which is why when you study more over a longer period of extended period of time instead of cramming all at once, that helps your dendrite grow stronger and form that information stronger in your brain. So in other words, your brain literally changes with experience. You're remodeling your brain every day.